It's been called the coal curse of Madhya Pradesh. The government's efforts to take over more land for coal mining has put forests of Singrauli in Madhya Pradesh in danger. And if the government approves coal mining projects in the district, thousands of villagers will be displaced and massive environmental destruction could take place. We have Pooja joining us live this morning with a ground report. Pooja.
We are here in the Singrauli district in Madhya Pradesh, and we are going to bring you this very special story. We are going to bring you some very exclusive shots of the forest that is under consideration for the coal mining project. We are going to investigate the concerns of the villagers who fear that if the coal mining projects by the government are approved, not only thousands and lakhs of people and villagers would be displaced, but there is going to be a massive devastation of the forest as well. I have with me critically acclaimed film actor Abhay Deol, who is going to support the cause, and he is also going to tell us about the issue as well. Abhay, nice to have you here. Why did you come forth to Madhya Pradesh, to this forest, and then decide to champion for this cause?
Well, when I met the guys at Greenpeace, they explained the situation to me. It's sad. It's something of a cycle, you know, where companies move in to sort of exploit an area in the name of progress. They make promises to the locals who live there of jobs, of money, but most often, and this has happened over and over again, that they come in. Not only do they destroy the ecosystem there, but they also don't compensate the people. So they destroy the environment at one level, and at the same time, they create more poverty.
Also, I would like to show you the forest. We are currently in a hot air balloon. We are 80 to 90 feet above the ground, bringing you some very exclusive shots of the forest here. Now, this is the forest we're talking about, 62 villages, which amounts to almost 70,000 to a lakh people who would be displaced. And they would be forced to live in a buffer zone if these coal mining projects are cleared. So this is the forest that we are talking about here. This is going to suffer the devastation. We are of course going to talk to also the state investigative agency and take their reactions as well to know what the state administration feels. We have with us the campaigner who has been dealing with this issue. We have Priya from Greenpeace. Greenpeace is one of the organizations that has been spreading awareness about this issue and also meeting locals on a regular basis. Priya, many would say electricity demand is a very legitimate issue to be dealt with, but you are here, Abhay is here. What do you have to say?
See, we need growth. We are not against development and growth, but we also have to look at what is the cost of this coal-based thermal power plants that is pushing development in the country. There are various methods of actually producing energy. We are not looking at renewables. We are not looking at efficiency. We are not looking at transmission and distribution losses that can be curbed. So, in fact, if you actually replace all the traditional bulbs with CFL, you can actually save more than 10,000 megawatts. Similarly, according to Prayas, if you replace, very efficient home appliances, you can save more than 20,000 megawatts of energy in 5 years' time, which is like you delay one ultra mega power plant each year. So it's a choice that you are making. What kind of development do you want? There are people getting displaced here.
So clearly a very significant issue, a very sensitive issue that Times Now has decided to bring to its viewers, and we have people who are going to work for this cause. This is a very important issue and needs to be taken into consideration by the government. And now we'll talk to Abhay again. And Abhay, do you think more people need to get associated with this?
It's not just getting associated with this. I think more people need to make an effort. As Priya was saying, development, first of all, progress at what cost? And what can we do? Because at the end of the day, we're not saying, oh, we don't want to progress. We do. We do have a demand for energy, and that will keep growing. But there are solutions. The solutions aren't just to say, okay, we need energy, so let's walk in here. I mean, the government uses the land acquisition, our companies use that, which is an old British law, and it just displaces people. It just exploits environments, and once they're done with this, they'll go into another area. So it's just a cycle. There's nothing to stop them from constantly going in. And what are we doing as people? Just sitting by and watching? Yeah, sure. I also sit in my apartment and I use electricity. I drive my cars. Agreed, I do live a lifestyle that the companies can tell me, well, you support it. I'm like, I do, but I also in my own life I try to make an effort to reduce my carbon footprint for one thing. And there are ways, as Priya was saying, CFLs, replacing incandescent lights. The government has the power. Our government is very efficient when it wants to be. They can do this. They can walk in, and people need to engage the government. So instead of just coming there and saying, oh, the government is bad, you're not doing anything. No. I think that if we show the government that, look, we as a people are interested in doing this, then the government will listen to us. And then sure enough, the corporates will follow. And that's the thought process that I think everybody needs to start picking up.
Now, at that brilliant thought, I would also like to tell you that we have not been able to have villagers here because there is a lot of threat from the two companies, private companies, who are expected to pick up that coal mining project. We had to mosaic a lot of faces that we spoke to villagers. So that is one concern that remains. But on that positive note, that people are coming forward to put forth their contribution to this issue, and that the government must take notice in a very humane manner. Back to you.